Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space. Rise from the Ashes. Sorry about the tech delay here. My internet connection decided to just stop when I was doing the setup, so I had to delay until we could finish up the setup here. So, as always, I am your game master, Thomas, and I am joined by...
I am Queen Rose, and I am blind! My Roll20 is not working, but I am playing Queen Rose. I'm Dustin, and I am the Bard.
I am Magical Trevor, playing as Aliro Zaveras, a Breakhoof Cleric of the Hearth Queen.
I can't see either. It's me, Carl. I'm blind too. I'm playing Onyxio. He's also blind, apparently, maybe. I'm not sure. But, well, 20's being strange, so we are both blinded in this time. So it's going to be quite lovely.
I'm Jane ESB. I'm playing as Marbleheart, our Eldritch Knight character. Zebra, that's it. Zebra. Or Zebra, sorry, Clockwork. That's right.
I'm Kitsune, and I will be playing as Echo, the Paladin Seahorse Doppelganger.
So yes, as always, full disclaimer here, I am a contributor to the Ponyfinder setting, and so therefore stuff I write does end up in these books. In addition, this is a playtest of the From the Ashes setting book, so therefore things can and possibly will change in the future from what you see here today. So take everything with a grain of salt the size of a small boulder.
Change.
But yes. Last time we left off, the party had vanquished the banquets. Wow.
We
vanquished the banquets.
Oh man, we killed banquets? Man.
Are you saying Queen Rose is fat?
Hey, I'll let you know, my character does not eat often.
Fat would not describe justice to Queen Rose.
Oh, shots fired. I'm sorry.
I think she has a fat ego. That's what he said.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Queen Rose. I think I need you to make a wisdom save against vicious mockery.
Oh.
Anyways, yes.
Might want to take some vaccination shots there. Protect you from this.
You have absorb elements yet? Because I think you need to take that burn.
Okay. Back to the recap here before I messed up. You had vanished I cannot talk tonight. Vanquished the bandits who were trying to work their way into the bunker that gave this town its name. They were unsuccessful in their attempts and were quickly routed by the party. In gratitude for what you did for the town, Father Gerald helped you all not only stave off the accusations of the rather prejudiced Dawn, who is the leader of the town militia, but also invited you into the temple dedicated to the scholar when offered you a meal for the day and some board while you're in town.
What should be against vampires, not freaking queen horses.
And just as you finish at the meal and were talking with him, suddenly quiet breeze burst in saying someone has broken into the library. But before we do that,
loud.
All of you guys gained a level last week, so why don't we go in the same order as our introductions and say what you picked up for your feat.
Well,
you can just say the name of the feat.
I can't get to Roll20, so...
Yeah.
You need help. Us who are connected can read that.
It was Storm Stallion, I believe I picked up?
Yeah. Gives him some control over lightning and stormcrafting stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to be specific about what it does. Just give a rough idea.
Yeah, mainly I can now cast lightning bolt, and my melee attacks can deal 1d6 of lightning damage.
Oh, that is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we have ice, lightning. So who's gonna get the fire elemental add?
That might be my character, simply because of.
It's funny because I'm the one with the fire spell that used it last time. But
you can be fire, I'll be lightning.
All right.
I'm lightning.
Echo, what feat did you pick up?
I picked up Sentinel.
Which is basically your attacks of opportunity are just super annoying to everyone. You will not be ignored.
Yup. Ever.
They shall not pass.
Exactly.
Should not be ignored.
You.
Oh no! People are great at ignoring Queen Rose.
Well, if they ignore me now, I can throw lightning at them.
Yeah, or just punch them in the face with lightning bolt.
Hey, you're not that unignorable if you can be countered with a lightning rod. Just saying. Marbleheart, what feat did you pick up?
Well, I'm getting a little bit more into adapting with my spell casting, so I decided I took Warcaster.
Cool. That lets you make opportunity attacks, cast spells with components even while wielding weapons, and I believe it also makes it easier for you to hold your concentration.
Yep, those are exactly what it does.
Yeah, I can point to know things. I don't drink, though.
Excellent.
Aliro, what did you pick up?
Aliro was boring. He got a bit more buff. He's a buff boy now, because I got Heavy Armor Master. So my strength is now at 20, and I have damage resistance 3 to non-magical weapons.
Alright, 1 second here. I have a meat space issue, so I'm going to quickly...
Wait. Wait, what class are you again?
Hello?
You already have heavy armor proficiency?
Yep, I'm going to put it in right now.
Yeah, he's a cleric.
Yeah, I'm a cleric
Oh
alliance.
yeah, cleric. That's right. He's
That's
one
what
of the
I'll do.
tinkier frontliner clerics. That's
Alright,
right.
1 second here, people. I need a quick deal with something in real life. So,
Alright.
be right back.
No need to rush.
I can actually now look at my sheets and now.
Huzzah! Welcome in, Dustin. And
Yeah,
Carl.
you might be able to reload now and...
Yeah, it looks like Carl's in too.
Oh. Can I hold on?
Well, that was good timing. You guys can just join us here in the game.
Oh, hey.
While we update my
Hello.
spell.
Hello.
Lightning. That was the
Okay,
third thing
let
I
me
got
just-
from my feet.
Let me see what I actually what I wrote in
Alright,
actually stuck. It didn't. Hooray!
Ooh.
okay. Sorry about the
Are
slow...
we going?
Sorry about the slow start there. Had to quick toss something in the oven.
No worries.
So, alright.
It's
So,
alright. It's alright.
Onyxia, what did you pick up with your level?
Well,
Or are you still trying to figure that out?
It sounded
Um,
it
I learned
saved
a
me,
new-
from his little issues.
I learned a new cantrip.
Mhm.
A real shield touch, if you will. And I Onyxio decided to hit the gym and got a bit strong.
Okay.
Apparently, a bit too strong because
That was a stat boost from your race that you forgot to apply. If you're looking at the strength, your strength being 12 instead of...
okay.
Really, it's
Okay.
like, who is actually less strong than me? Because I'm at the 10.
I'm pretty sure I'm less strong than you. Yeah, I'm 8.
Hold on, guys. We're back.
Yeah, I'm tossing
So
you
the
the link.
badass Terminator is somehow the second least physically strong character.
And it looks like you already grabbed it for me. You are on the ball.
With Rick Ball.
What ball? Is there a
I
ball?
don't see a griff anywhere.
What?
How are you supposed to play griff ball if there's no griffs around?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say... I'm confused.
No, I thought he said it was a yarn vault, and I was going to just have to get on top of all that.
Okay, all right.
Hello, I have returned. I'm not dead.
That's good.
What did I miss?
You missed me hurting myself in the confusion.
Oh no!
So yeah,
At least you snapped out of it.
that's what you think. But that's my secret. I'm always confused.
Fusion.
So yes, we come to you. You are sitting around a table in Father Gerald's temple. You see the regalia of the scholar, various books, some bound in chains, others left freely open around the place. As you see the silhouette of Quiet Breeze in the door frame, breathing heavily, and as she says, "Father Gerald, there's been a break-in the library."
Aliro is already trying to fly/run towards it because someone's threatening his horde.
Those are his books.
Well, no, one book, but that's still like 1/3 of his horde. So
There's only 3 books in that library?
no, the library isn't his. He's merely loaned his book
Oh, okay.
in
When you said
exchange for
1/3
one
of
of
his
hers,
sword, I
because
was
it's
like,
the. I'm playing off the dragons crave knowledge greatly, so he's willing to temporarily give up part of his hoard, what he owns, in exchange for more knowledge.
All right, sorry. So you are rushing past Quiet Breeze then?
What?
I get to her and I'm like, which way is it again?
She says, "Oh, yes. Oh, it's you. Yes, the Dracoof with the pole dancing. This way."
Going to,
At a
raise
meta
it.
level, I'm with a side quest. My character would not. So
It's this way. Please, thank you so much for helping. Who follows her? Right now, I believe everyone but Echo is there because Echo went off on her own for a bit.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I'm gonna do a stupid
from behind.
what?
She does not follow. She leads from behind.
I was gonna say,
I guess
Let Trevor speak
I
here.
guess I thought too. Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna do a stupid in that I'm actually going to pick her up and go which way and basically fly with her because I have 20 strings, so I can carry her, no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Fly over buildings, it's faster.
I'm gonna ask you actually to make. I'm gonna ask you a light check, not to say that you can lift her, but how well you lift her. Look, whether it's gentle and effortlessly or abrupt and harsh, just to kind of frame the scene here.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, she grunts, and as you haven't done this in a while, so
Actually, probably never.
Queen Rose will fly beside.
Yep. Yes. As you fly,
Yeah. You can leave us behind.
Father Gerald kind of guides you to, the more land-bound of you along. But meanwhile, we cut to the water side, where Echo has kind of wandered up here. Curious here, are you in a what? How do you look like right now? Because obviously you can change your form here. Like, are you hiding the fact that you are a seahorse, or are you still showing that fact, or what?
I think I'm still showing that fact.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of approach you get on one of the docks and kind of just looking out into the water there. The docks are notably, when you look at them, they are a different construction than the city itself. Whereas the city itself looks like a lot of the buildings were standing there before the blaze. These look like more recent additions. As in, like, the entire body of water that is your home wasn't here before the blaze.
Yeah.
So just giving you an idea here. Or at least it wasn't this far in town.
Right.
As you approach the edge of the dock, you see a lone figure sitting there, a canine in shape. What do you do?
Walk towards them.
Corey, you see the person's kind of in, like, a gruff sailor. This person screams sailor to you. Like,
Yeah.
They don't literally scream sailor to you, but, like, their dress, stance, and everything kind of like that, just that. Closer inspection, you see it's a phoenix wolf.
Right.
It's actually smoking out of a small pipe.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know whether or not there's any actual smoke, tobacco, or anything in there, but there is still smoke wafting from the end of it.
It's good stuff, man.
What do you do?
I think I'm gonna go over and talk to him, figure out what he's doing here.
Alright, so what do you say?
Let's see. What are you doing here?
Watching.
Watching for what?
Not for anything, just watching.
Let me think.
The most interesting people.
Yeah.
Wow. They're so great.
You're just watching nothing?
I didn't say I was watching nothing. I just said I wasn't watching for anything.
No, they're watching you. Well, looking like, what the hell you want?
Oh. Alright. What brings you here?
Well, my legs, for one.
Wow, what a smart.
What? I'm sorry, what? I did not catch that.
His legs for one.
Yeah. Wow.
But then I guess the question I might want to ask you is, why are you here?
I don't belong here.
Does anyone belong anywhere?
Point.
By the way, this is my new favorite character.
Gosh, this guy's like the most philosophical character.
Why do I want a philosophical one?
At least you didn't get the creepy philosophical like Onyxio did.
Hey there, buddy.
No.
At that, he kind of turns and starts walking up the pier and is speaking over his shoulder. Anyways, I need to open up shop. If you're looking for a drink, check out the Any Port. It's in the lighthouse. And he leaves you there. And we cut back to as you're flying, quiet breeze is filling you in. She mentions that she was trying to when she came back, she had fled when the fire had started, and eventually, then when the bandits showed up in the light pillar, like they were fighting, she eventually ran into the town's hedge mage.
Oh, hedge mage.
Yeah, like does minor magical stuff for the town. What's her name? Her name's in the list.
I know more magic than
Flutterheart.
that. Well,
Flutter Pony.
Oh. That's so.
that clarify for me. So, what? I know I got the name before, but what was the name of that? Reminded me of my own.
That would be Gentle Breeze, Pegasus.
Okay, I'll write that down here and stuff for my. No.
I thought it was Gentle Wing.
No. Yeah, Gentle Wing. Yep. Sorry, I keep getting the two names of your guys's.
I mean, feel free to change mine if you need to. I don't.
No. The problem is I keep combining them. It's Quiet Breeze, Gentle Wing.
They're freaking doing fusion soft screen coming back. They're fighting an evil overlord that we're not part of. Well, fighting bandits are fighting Friezas.
Now
I have put in my notes. Gentle Wing, might not.
And now I'm just having one of Garnet's songs in my head. Thanks.
Oh. Sorry. I was thinking about those kinds of fusions.
Yeah. Anyways, oh yeah. So yeah, so she had run into Flitterheart, who is she explains is the town's hedge mage during her journeys, and they had ended up sticking together. And she was there when they came back to her library and found the door was like broken off the hinge and there was glass everywhere. So. Alright, let me update the map here. As soon as I figure out where Echo's token is.
She's hiding. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, so put her there. Let's quick switch to the map view for people. Because I get to reveal a location. Because you have been given a new location.
Da-da-da-da-da!
Now we can fast travel to there.
Yep. Echo, you have been told of the location of the Anyport Bar and Lighthouse.
Huh,
Yes.
my pick luck has put this location on the map.
Plus
Yay,
10
new
experience.
location unlocked.
Okay, I should rename. I should edit so that it says Marbleheart instead of Jane's character.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And I also fixed the image as well. So.
Crap out it.
I'll update your token
No, no,
after
why?
today.
Yeah, it's weird. For some reason, it's like, oops, I forgot. For some weird reason, I uploaded the image, but apparently it's still showing just the.
Well,
Normal
no, because the tokens are independent of your character. You can't update token art.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to basically remake your tokens
okay.
to do that. That's why I'm saying I'm going to do it after today.
Dang it, Clean Rose! Why do you have to have such a long name on?
Because I need the longest name. I just do.
She's compensating.
Obviously.
What?
Her very small horn.
My horn's not that small. Shut up.
Anyways, so yes, that gives you an idea of the travel time. So yeah, it's and she also explained, if anyone asks, she also explains that she tried to get the guard to help, but they said that they were looking for some people missing after the bandits. Also, some of them looked very irritable about saying something about freaking queens.
Okay, I'm
Queens.
just gonna roll a performance check to whistle.
You do not need a performance check to whistle.
If she wants to perform the most grand ballad under whistling.
It's just a failure. She's like,
Alright, fine, I'll roll your freaking perform.
Actually, Dustin's in the game now.
Yeah, I'm actually here now.
Oh.
I am not impressed.
They don't impress me much.
That don't impress me much.
It's very average.
To be fair, it's actually a little above average, but the problem is that you want an average whistle if you're trying to be nonchalant.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to roll for it, because I don't want to be nonchalant.
Anyway,
It's a slightly above average whistle, so maybe
yeah.
you're noticeable.
As you arrive at the library, you see a very Queen Rose. You're feeling a little one-upped here, honestly. By the way, this flutter is dressed.
Oh.
Who is dressed?
This flutter pony.
Oh. Okay.
That's standing outside. She is very lavishly dressed. She has probably gone out of her way to find very pristine things, or at very least have them restored to create this level of chromatic. But not unheard of for a flutter to go to these lengths. She is talking to a cloven who very nervous, very kind of timid disposition about him. So yes,
I guess she buttered herself up.
I noticed this flutter pony, and then I look back at Queen Rose, and I'm like, why did they waste so much time?
Are you going to answer that, Queen Rose?
I'm not saying this out loud. I'm just kind of saying it under.
Oh, okay. I thought that was in character.
No.
Hold on, I need to. So I can. So I'm just thinking of what I can do to. I'm going to cast Prestidigitasis to make my clothes sparkle.
Yeah, you can't let yourself get one up.
Yeah.
Alright, you cast Magic Glitter.
Yes.
Unfortunately, unlike most uses of Prestidigitation, this does not go away. Ever.
That's fine.
Until an hour.
No, it's glitter. It doesn't go away.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Because the thing about glitter, it gets everywhere.
I joke. I'm not going to keep drawing glitter on.
5 years later. Oh, look, glitter in my hair. I took this off.
Oh man, you're gonna get a penalty to stealth checks now.
She is a penalty to stealth checks.
Yes.
She is the penalty to stealth checks. Just having her nearby.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I don't know if you looked at my skill sets. I am not stealth.
Yeah. So after you land, Quiet Breeze goes up and says, "Okay, Lero, this is Flitterheart," and she gestures towards the cloven. "I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with you," she says to the cloven. Sorry. My name is okay, maybe not as many stutters. There are still stutters there, but some of those was me actually trying to remember the name.
No. Now we get to add extra stutters to that character.
Yeah.
Canon.
Call me Rhythm. I'm a bit of a bard. At least I'm a traveling storyteller. But trying to. I heard you had a library, but then I saw the door and Miss Flutterheart here was explaining to me that something had happened, and I was concerned.
Wow.
I'm just remembering South Park Stick of Truth where Jimmy was the
I
bard.
have no... Flitterheart. She is a flutter pony.
Okay, because it kind of sounds like you're going back and forth between the two, so I'm trying to make sure I have
Sorry,
the right one
that's
written in
just my
notes.
own nasally voice there.
Oh.
There,
I just hear
clarify.
like.
No, it's an F.
No, it's
not
glitter.
glitter heart. That is an unfortunate medical condition that befalls ponies. I'm sorry,
Glitter
but
heart was-
you have a case of glitter heart, and it's incurable.
Glitter heart is the most infamous of
I'm
glitter
too
ponies.
fabulous now. Oh
Well,
god.
GG reroll.
Anyways, silliness aside here. So, okay.
Fabulous.
Anyways, if you would kind of take a look around and try to see what's going on, I don't think anyone is going to try anything else, but unfortunately, I don't know what else to do. Like, it doesn't seem like anything is missing, but it could have been something I missed.
All right, so I think this is a good time for me to determine an insight. Or would it be perception to look around?
It would be investigation.
Investigation.
Ah, damn it, that's not the one I'm proficient in. Oh, that's fine. I still got a decent intellect.
And there goes the good old Dustin die.
Yeah, there's our Dustin die again.
To be fair, though, he
It's
actually
not
has a
going
decent
first.
investigation there, so it's not quite as funny.
Mhm.
Queen
All right,
Rose
I
was
just need
fine.
to stop
It was
going
under
first.
E.
So,
Keep in mind, yeah, Queen Rose is probably like actually good at this sort of stuff, as opposed to
yeah.
his mom who was just
All
Jungle
right, Echo's not
Jungle.
here. I keep forgetting. Echo is not here.
Yes, I am not here.
All right.
I'm being angsty and looking at the water.
Listening to
Calling
the
in my
over there.
screen. Calling in my screen.
Scrin? What's the frick
Oh,
scrin?
it's
What is a
crawling in
scrin?
my fins.
I know.
Falling in my scales.
Anyways, all right.
I was just giving that word up. I don't know why. It just came to my mind. I'm like, let me say something
All right.
stupid and
Where's
silly.
my phone? Here, let
Scrin.
me look at my notes.
I said fin because sea pony.
Oh. All right. So, all right. Queen Rose finds a there is a glass on the floor that was under one of the shelves. Pulling it out, you notice that it is stained with a particular shade of lipstick. And stuffed in the glass is a monogrammed napkin. Very fine quality.
Someone has very tacky lipstick.
And Jane, you notice just inside the doorway to the left is what looks to be a butt of a cigar.
So could have been a human.
And Carl,
One of those.
you start looking around, but you hear the sound of rustling wind. It keeps distracting you so you can't seem to focus on anything.
Okay, so I don't hear a person named Rustling Wind.
No.
Rustling? What do you want from me? Oh, hey, I'm just here to distract you. It's all.
Yeah, no.
Oh, burn!
Note to everyone else, you do not hear any wind.
Could I do anything to mess with him to make him think he's hearing wind?
You don't know he's hearing this either. I'm just saying on a meta level, you guys aren't
Alright.
hearing the wind.
Okay.
So, ignoring the crazy Noel.
I didn't say I heard wind.
Queen Rose has found evidence.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
Let's see.
Glass and lipstick.
And a napkin.
And a napkin. Thank you.
What does the napkin say?
It is monogrammed with the initials JD. And there seems to be a little embroidered gestures hat hanging off the D.
Oh God, it's not him again.
Who again?
Who?
At a meta level, I'm saying. Sorry.
I have no idea who you're even referring to on a metal
I'm
level.
thinking you were referencing the bard from the other week.
No, that's Tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tiny. Oh yeah.
Shh.
Maybe that's his middle name. He could be J Tiny D.
Okay. This can. I'm gonna roll a history check to see if I know anyone with those initials. Like, even if they've been long dead.
You've known a smattering of them, but none of them that had any sort of affiliation for Jester Pernaliophilia.
At least that eliminates some suspects.
I'm also going to have you can also make a religion check here.
Yeah, because I totally have that trained. Cough.
Well.
Oh wow! Okay.
You are still smart, Dracehoof. This is something you've come across a few times. The hat is eerily reminiscent of the holy symbol of the Jester, who was back in your day was known as the Unspoken, but he's had a bit of a change of heart after the Blaze and has been a more proactive in a more positive way, but still very much the trickster.
So am I
It's kind of
became a
like
clown?
if the Joker beat the Batman.
No, a mime that became a clown.
I'm gonna ask a very important question.
Yes.
Is my book still where she?
Yes. In all your guys' searching, you have not noticed what seems to be any displaced book at the moment.
Okay. Well, most of my sense of urgency is now gone. I mean, I still care, but it's now not personal.
Oh, look, my book's still there. Okay, guys, bye.
So
Wait.
So we were told that they didn't notice anything was missing, right?
Yeah, and you guys haven't noticed if anything that was missing.
So something has been placed here, and
Well, you found a cup, a napkin, and a cigar butt.
And this was
and lipstick.
Lipstick is on the
Why
cup.
were
Yes.
we called?
Someone broke in. The door is mostly off its hinge.
When you said glass, I thought like broken glass. So
No, it's a cup.
Yeah, okay. I was like, a cup? When did we get a cup?
My
Like,
character is very practical minded, so I want to see if I can try and fix the door.
Okay. Do you have any kind of tools on you?
Let me double check. I don't think so. That would be relative in this case. Well, I have Tinker's tools, technically.
I'll allow that for a simple repair. So,
what attribute do I assign to that? Though,
I'm gonna call this a strength check. You managed to put the door. It's functional.
Do we have any reason to believe that the quote-unquote clues are unrelated or belong to different beings?
You know that they're in kind of in weird spots, and you'd have to check with her about whether that was something from before.
Unless the jester is now wearing rouge lipstick.
Yeah,
I mean, Jester totally could.
It is the lipstick is hot pink and sparkly.
It tastes like salmon.
No, it does not.
Like
Queen
what?
Rose will have to ask where this person got their lipstick.
So.
Actually, Queen Rose is going to look at the flutter pony and look at her lips.
She's wearing a dark blue shade right now.
Okay.
So horses.
I don't have another enemy that I can try to rob their dress of.
I'm dying.
I guess Queen Rose can try to wander around and try to find someone who matches this lipstick.
No, we can. First of all, we need to actually tell. Checking my notes. We need to
Quiet
actually
Breeze.
tell Quiet Breeze about what we found where.
Oh yeah,
Because technically, none of us have said
Mhm.
we show them the evidence.
I know, but we don't need 5 people to tell one person that, like, hey, we found.
And my kids are very practical minded. He probably sees like something broke in, but if nothing's missing, and he fixed the door. Are they needed anymore?
Yeah. So as you show the evidence to Quiet Breeze, she looks at it and is like, "Well, I don't remember seeing those around before, but I recognize most of where most of those came from. The napkins from that bit odd establishment, the Jester's Delight. It's a strangely high-class restaurant, I think? I don't know, I have never gone there myself, but I've heard of something about it. And it's run by a very peculiar individual. As for the glass, it seems to be a simple glass, but the only person I know who wears a lipstick that gaudy is someone who works at Lingerie. It's a lounge. It was part of some sort of like shopping center before the blaze, but they have set it up there, and it's an interesting place. She glances at Aliro when she says that, and glances to the bag where you had put the book on pole dancing.
Is that where you buy the collars at, also?
Wait. I'm sorry. What are you again?
She doesn't say anything about the book. There's just a quick eye darting over there that probably only Aliro catches.
I'm asking Aliro, what are you again? Or I don't think we.
Whatever that question was to be.
And as for the cigar, she looks shows you a half-burned symbol on it. I think that's Old Salt's style, and the only place in the town that he gives those is at his own place, the Any Port Bar and Lighthouse. But those are some possible leads. So, were you able to find if anything was missing or anything was planted or anything like that?
Other than these items, nothing seems to have been disturbed.
It's strange. Who would break into a library and then... I don't know, it's concerning.
Perhaps they were holding a
It's an
meeting?
eccentric way of wanting to get our attention. At least if we want to be egotistical and self-centered.
There's just this long
and
pause.
Alira's gonna glance right at Queen Rose at that.
Actually, I think everyone is just glancing at both of you on that one.
What? Me?
People are
Dragon stereotypes, my friend. Dragon stereotypes.
I'm just gonna. I was about to say maybe they were homeless, or they're looking
No
to
wonder they're
chill
homeless.
here.
They keep leaving their stuff around the place.
Yeah.
I don't think people who are homeless generally have, like... I'm guessing, like, whiskey.
they just steal. They came here to steal. But they found. Wait, these are all books. Crap. There's nothing more to steal here. Oh, come on. They just left their stuff here. Like maybe they forgot their drinks and stuff. They were like drunks, maybe. Perhaps
Queen
these
Rose
were
says,
drunkards.
let's split up, gang.
And I reveal the location of the Lingerie, the Jester's Delight, and conveniently have already revealed the Any Port Bar and Lighthouse.
So, are any of you in the mood for a drink?
Queen Rose is always in the mood for a drink.
Water is always required for survival.
That's true. We already had
Maybe we
drinks
shall head to the
before,
lingerie
but
because it is or the loungerie.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with how you say that one, because otherwise it sounds a lot dirtier.
Okay,
Let's
emphasis.
go
I've been away for 3
Let's
days,
just-
my sleep pattern's been messed up,
Yeah.
and I just came back from my game before this. So
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm
let's just head
All
to
right,
that
so-
one place.
Just so you know, the travel times, assuming walking, you can get from anywhere from like twice the time by running, and triple if you are really hurrying. And that's assuming walking. So I could probably, if you're hurrying and running, you can probably get there in a quarter of the time. If flying. So.
sorry. People are playing Marco Polo inside.
So all right. So Rose is
As
heading.
we're not rushing in this case. This is literally a situation that's just
Yeah,
like there's
so-
no major.
Rose is heading up to the lingerie. What's everyone else doing? I just want to get everyone's headings kind of figured out before I start resolving scenes.
Hmm.
Queen Rose has shown she is an attention whore, and honestly, I think she probably might need a little bit of muscle, so I'll get her back.
Okay.
Don't you know? You always split the party.
Well, to be fair, it's RP session today.
Yeah, I specifically told you guys I had no combat planned.
I know, but in character, we don't know this.
Well, in character,
Yeah, but
you
in
don't know to not split the party.
Yeah.
That and in character, we're not really quite a party yet.
No, we are just.
We've had like a couple things together. That's it. It's not like we're sworn battle brothers and like no.
Yeah.
You guys
I'm
are
going
just
with
some-
Queen Rose because obviously she has more charisma than me, so I'm like, she probably needs some muscle. So
All right, so Marbleheart is heading to the with Rose to the lingerie, and where's Onyxio going? Because Aliro is heading to the Jester's Delight.
Okay. I'm like thinking, I found the library. Well, I'm thinking, wait, I'm like thinking, you guys have anything interesting here before I leave? Do you happen to have anything interesting here?
Well, it depends on what you find interesting. Interesting is a very subjective term. Like, I find the study of various cookbooks to be quite fascinating. But other people could find various things to be more interesting to them. Like I know,
like pole dancing.
History, mystic arts.
Fortunately, people are much more guarded when it comes to tomes of arcane lore and the such. I mean, I have a few scraps here and there of history from before the Blaze, but
Of course. That would be interesting. It would help gather some of my thoughts.
She kind of looks sideways at a glance at both at Rhythm and Flitterheart, and
What time did you put it in?
right after you called me, I had already had it prepped on the plan.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
so I
didn't
went
know
right
if it was,
after that. So
Yeah, Graham's doing good. I got to actually touch him.
What?
So, looking better.
Yay,
sorry about that.
food.
People's
What?
meat space stuff there.
Onyxia's like, what?
So, anyways, as I was saying, Flitterheart says, "Don't worry, dear. You can go ahead and entertain him. I'll take this young strapping cloven with me, and we'll check out the Anyport bar. See if we can find up something for you." And there is a look that crosses Quiet Breeze's face as though this was the one that she did not necessarily want to stay behind of the group of people who came to her aid.
Help me.
Oh wait, she wanted someone to stay behind?
Well, if she was going to have anyone stay behind, this was not her first choice. Also, Alero, Father Gerald is also joining you, and because he was technically there.
Right. Okay. Sure.
Trying to make it so it's
I'm
like
just-
evenly. It feels like the group they evenly dispersed.
I think that in characters, this also just fits my character to just be like, well, I don't always know exactly what to do.
Yep. So
I don't get the social interaction.
all right, so let's cut to the loungerie.
Mhm.
You see what amounts to a flickering neon. What a magical equivalent of a neon sign with the term written above it, the loungerie. It is in a corner of. It is the only corner of a building, of a larger building that is roughly intact, and you can see they have patched in some patchwork covers to finish out the roof and any other missing pieces. It is on the second floor, and you see a kind of like a repurposed fire escape that seems to be a staircase that leads up to the newly minted entrance there.
I'm just kind of like, Queen Rose is going to kind of... Yeah, you've seen how cats kind of like ready themselves when they jump up?
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of imagine Queen Rose does that with her wings, like... So she like jumps up and lands on the like railing, like... Because stairs are for plebs.
So does Marbleheart climb up the stairs like a pleb?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on her. I'm more the muscle in this case. Just gonna keep an eye and make sure if she needs me, I'm there.
You come into a room that is... The first thing that hits you is the sickening sweet and smoky smells. It seems like there is like some kind of smoking going on here, but it is not. It's not like a crude smoking kind of things. It's like something that people
It's
smoke.
like a hookah.
Yeah, kind of like a hookah thing. And it's like people attempting class, but not necessarily being completely on the par, as it is like thick and cloying kind of smell in here.
Immediately, my character is already regretting going for Queen Rose.
In front of you, you see a bunch of like there are these low tables with cushions kind of spread around them. I guess the hookah devices are kind of in there. I don't know a thing about that kind of stuff, so.
I don't even know what a hookah is.
I do. I've seen them in action.
So,
trash.
Where's Tapper? Okay, there you go. You see you get, as you look around, you see a horse, pony sitting behind the bar, pulling down a glass, and he looks to you, smiles this lady killer smile to you, and just kind of says, "Welcome to the loungerie."
I'm sorry, a what? No,
a lady killer, kind of like a complete.
No. What kind of pony you said?
I didn't say what kind of pony. I just said he's a pony. You can only see him from. He looks like you. At first glance, it looks like he could be maybe an earth pony or something. You don't see any notable physiology.
I heard like horse pony. I was like, what?
Judgmental. You have to know every race of a pony.
I'm not there. Oh, I'm just like I heard horse pony. I was like,
sorry,
what?
That was me misspeaking than any kind of descriptive.
Sorry.
That's fine.
What's an establishment you have? Queen Rose is pleased with it.
He kind of gives you a more thorough look over. You see there's a pause, like there is mental math being calculated there, and for a moment, then the smile comes back just as big as ever. Why, thank you, my dear. It is my life's work. Please call me Taproot. I'm the bartender here and proprietor.
It is nice to meet you, Taproot. You may call me Queen Rose.
Ah, royalty. Huh. What brings you to such a small hole in the wall?
Queen Rose is looking for someone with hot pink lipstick.
Let's see. Oh. Well, that would have been Tuesday's color. Today we've moved on to teal. It's Thursday. Just... I realized I had to specify what day of the week it was.
Yeah.
For this.
It is good.
That was 2 days ago. We've moved on to teal.
That's funny because it's always Thursdays around here.
Well, sorry, honey, it's Thursday.
Yes.
Hey, it's Thursday! I didn't intend that.
Queen Rose is actually probably going to bring out the cup.
I wondered where that cup went. I was short last time I did counts. Wherever did you find this, my majesty?
In the library. I was hoping someone broke in and left it here.
There.
Yes. That's quite unusual. No, I have not been there myself in a while, and none of my workers typically are. If they're kind to read books, they much prefer a book that opens for them.
Queen Rose understands.
Okay, perfect timing on the creek there. Like,
well, that book opened for him. Well, good to you guys.
Perhaps Queen Rose could help your establishment a bit. Queen Rose is a performer.
Oh, a performer, you say? What kind of performances do you do? God, it is weird making a flirt character. God.
Queen Rose sings and plays the lute.
That's fine.
Perhaps her music will draw more people to your loungerie.
Yeah, there's definitely a possibility. We'll have to discuss more in a more private setting after I am off duty.
Yes.
You see one of the clientele here wave him over, and he's like, "One moment, please." He quick grabs a mixed drink off the back that had been sitting there that he apparently had just finished when you walked in. And you see him walk around the corner, and he is short. You realize, it's a short leg pony.
You know, it's a little sad that I don't actually have the alicorn because I'm just trying to imagine this guy flirting. It's like
it's a super small horse.
Yep.
I mean, we had small horse; they're called ponies, but now we have a super small horse. We need another name for this.
And actually, while he's turned away, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay. Basically, Surface Thoughts is like basically his thoughts are she is basically she's definitely easy on the eyes, and it would just to make sure Dawn doesn't find out. So yeah, that's the basic thoughts kind of going on through his head, other than obvious stuff like
Please.
thinking about the drink he's delivering and everything like that. So,
Oh, by the way, do I get my vanity thing?
what is your vanity?
Let me believe it's this one.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, the satisfaction.
I'm not going to say that this is actually triggering at this moment.
Okay. Just thought I would mention that because I don't think I've ever got to trigger it yet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and I'm to be fair, I'm mostly because of the fact that most of the stuff that would have been considered failures has been me making humorous things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not hitting you with failure either.
Yeah.
So
I figured as much.
Yeah, you're not quite the center of attention in this room. You have his attention, but everyone else's attention is kind of hazy at the moment.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
And so, yeah, when he gets back up, you see him step up. So apparently he's been kind of standing on a step stool and back to hoist him above the countertop.
Mm-hmm.
I
will keep up the concentration for...
Sure, just... But now, my dear... Also, there's probably a few other thoughts in there that I can't actually say on stream.
I was about to say, are any of the surface thoughts ones inappropriate for the rating we have given the stream?
Yeah, there are a few of those.
Yeah.
You have established that this guy is a bit of a player.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So.
No.
Anyways, you were saying?
I forgot what I was saying.
Okay. So anyways, as he steps back up on his stool there and is like, so yes, now my dear. You said you found this at the library and you were looking into some stuff about that?
Yes, I was hoping to find the pony who has the shade of lipstick.
Yes, well, many of us had it around and fortunately, I don't think anything. Wait. Yesterday is when I couldn't make the counts. 2 days ago is when we had when the servers were wearing the pink with glitter. Fine color, definitely a fine color. And then one of them called in sick yesterday. Who? Oh, yes. Said something about... Yes. Oh, yes. Now I remember. Wait, no. It wasn't her. Ah, yes. She was talking with some stranger, a fellow from out of town. Bundled up pretty tightly. I couldn't see much of him. But... she shared a drink. I remember he offered to share a drink with her. So that probably is where the lipstick came from.
Did he happen to have a cigar?
No. Do you think this is a place where we allow cigars?
Very true. By the way, is my thought detection picking up any like lies or anything?
Nope, no, he's being pretty honest, and like there was a huge spike of kind of just disgust at the thought of a cigar.
Okay.
Yes, the only place that I know has those is at the Anyport Tavern. And that place is a little coarse for my taste, if you get my drift.
Of course. A lady such as I would not be there unless she had to.
Speaking of ladies not such as her, Echo. So what are you doing there on the port there?
I think I'm going to head to that bar.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So once you go, it's easy enough to find the lighthouse. So you kind of go back up the port and down, and then you kind of just see it there. But once you head in, you two are greeted by a smoky environment, but this one is a much thicker kind of like actual smoker smoke. The lighting isn't the best here; it's kind of dim, and most people are more focused on their drink than any kind of lividities here. As you go in, you see a familiar-looking phoenix wolf just sitting at the behind the bar, managing somehow to do the classic bartender cleaning a glass as you walk in. He grunts a vague acknowledgement as you enter. What do you do?
Walk over to him and bloom.
Not canon, he says, "Why the long face?"
Yeah. I'm new around here. It's my first time away from my home.
All right.
Yep.
Gee.
Yeah, getting a better look at his face up close here, even in the light. The light does not do him any favors, but he definitely looks to be further along in years. There is some graying to the bottom of his muzzle as well. So he's still got the pipe that's smoking, and you're pretty sure at this point there's not actually any smoke in the pipe, or any kind of burning thing in the pipe.
He just likes the pipe.
Yep.
Yes.
Like I said, he's vaping.
No, he's smoking. It's just that he can smoke without the pipe.
He knows prestidigitation too.
Or, he's a phoenix wolf.
No, that's true.
Yo. Fire is something they kind of do.
Oh,
Like, I've only been one non-pony race, and that was my flutter.
Instead, you've been pony and you've been diet pony.
Yeah.
Or I can't believe it's not pony.
Like for one session.
oh my god.
So,
Can't believe it.
you want to order something?
Yeah.
What do you have?
I think I'll just order a drink.
What kind of drink do you order? I try to, you don't have to be super specific.
Beer, wine, vodka, mead, ale.
When you have in a glass.
We'll go with wine.
I say, when you have in a glass, that does actually help narrow it down.
So, he pulls out, he kind of looks underneath his, one second here, to Google.
Oh, what's our awesome drink in our other game?
Scrumble.
Scrumble, yeah.
He looks underneath, is don't have wine. Brandy close enough?
Close enough.
No scrumble.
Yep, no. Brandy is, in fact, from distilled wine. Fun fact. So he pulls out a shot thing and pours you a small thing. First one's free. And he slides it over to you.
Thank you.
So, you can call me Old sea salt. Everyone does.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. So you said you were far from home?
Yeah.
Where do you think your home was?
Practically another world.
So why'd you leave?
Didn't have a choice.
Doesn't sound like home then.
It was.
He sighs and looks at you and says, home isn't where you want to be. Home is where you are. And then splits into a splatoon because.
Because?
Just to kind of just give the punctuation mark there. Yep.
And then Flintwood comes in with his cowboy hat.
Flint, what?
I was making a Clint Eastwood joke.
Oh.
This is the... So Flintwood.
Flint Westwood. Instead of Clint Eastwood, Flint at Westwood.
Okay.
This is the Wild East.
So yeah, you kind of nurse your drink. As we cut over to Aliro and Father Gerald, as you approach he leads you to where the Jester's Delight is. It kind of looks like one of those hole in the walls, but it's like it looks surprisingly nice. It's hard to say where or when. Like, it doesn't look like... It looks clean, which is saying something.
That is saying something.
A kind of a makeshift sign hangs from it that depicts a carved jester's hat with the phrase "Jester's Delight" kind of curving around the bottom edge of the sign that hangs above the entrance. It's like Father Gerald says as you approach. It's an interesting place. I've only ate there once. The food was quite good, but there was just an unusual aftertaste to it.
Must just tasted funny.
Wait, aren't you hanging around at the library still?
Yeah, I am. Just making out of character jokes.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Right. So what do you do?
Well, I'm going to enter.
Alright. Inside it is like very austere, kind of that clean level of fancy, whereas to contrast against the lingerie where it is very like overstimulating, this room seems very the kind of, you can see the tables and everything, it seems very understimulating. Like it is just like almost a void kind of in its decor.
The boring fancy.
Yeah, boring fancy.
Okay.
You have a feeling you are not going to find curry here at all. But almost in stark contrast is a very bizarre looking pony standing before you. Notably about him is, first looking over him, he looks like a pretty standard earth pony. He's got a dark brown coat, I guess is the best term for it.
Mm-hmm.
Not the clothing, but his actual coloration. But more you look at it, there's things like, first off, like the fact that his front hoofs end in what looks to be talons, and looking at the way you've noticed that it's not a belt he's wearing, but there's actually some tendrils that are wrapped around his waist there. So it's a closer examine, you realize that he is in fact unspoken spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Which suddenly makes the naming this place the Jester's Delight make a little bit more sense. He speaks, the movement of his mouth seems just a bit off, as though it's not quite the same physiology that everyone else is using, but he still comes across perfectly understandable. It's like when you're watching a movie and the lips are just out of sync enough that you can notice it.
Yeah.
So,
Bad dub.
welcome to the Jester's Delight. How may I serve you?
Well, we have a few inquiries to make as to a calling card of sorts that had been left elsewhere in town.
This is not about that stupid rumor, is it?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Father Gerald whispers you that a common rumor among the young kids in town is that that this place actually cooks and eats children.
Mild?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm certain this town would not notice children going missing at a rate quick enough to actually serve others. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. Father Gerald seems nonplussed by this, so it's probably just more like one of those scary stories that kids try to say, and sometimes travelers take a little too seriously.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, he actually said that out loud, like, yeah, because that's a rational train of thought for anyone to have.
Sorry.
Yeah, sarcasm.
Okay, sorry. Very well. What is your inquiry, then?
There was a bit of an interesting, shall we say, event that happened at the library while all of the fuss with the fire was occurring.
Oh? Did something happen to quiet Breeze?
Aside from a brief panic when she had returned to her library in tow with Flitterheart and found the door broken open.
Oh dear. Is she alright?
Physically, at least.
That is good to hear.
But what was most curious is that her books were undamaged and still all there, and all that remained was a cup with pink lipstick, I'm trying to think of the clue that wasn't his, because I was going to do his last.
The cigar butt.
Yeah, the butt of a cigar, and then I do believe that this is from your establishment, and I'll hold out the...
One of his tendrils unfurls to kind of pulls it up to look at it, and is like, "That is indeed one of mine. But unfortunately, I have not even been out to the market today. I had only heard about it when people came by. That was the only time I had heard that there even was a fire today. As for the one, I admit my accounts have been depleted as of late, as people seem to like the finery that I work here, so I do have to replace them on occasion. But Be aware that I bear no ill will to her. She has been very forthcoming in providing me with various recipe books. And in fact, I had been planning to meet with her later today, as she said that she had some new possibilities to show me.
His eyes are going to just narrow a bit, and he's just going to say, and I suggest you be very careful.
I'm sorry?
In any event, have you noticed any of your patrons acting abnormally as of late?
Well, about some point yesterday, there was a patron who complained to me that his food tasted completely bland, which is a bit unusual, I'll say.
I'm sorry, you're asking, like, basically the cult of the unspoken if anything was odd.
Well, yeah, if anyone knows odd, it's going to be them, right?
Yeah.
Well, odd would be normal, so...
You're thinking too hard.
Yeah.
But, which is quite unusual, as I take the time to tailor every meal to the individual.
Mm-hmm. So are they a regular, or was this
No,
some
I didn't
drifter?
personally recognize them, but then again, most people who visit here are travelers and such.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit I do not have the most highest regard in this town. Mostly due to people being put off by the chosen patron of this establishment.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of gives a small note of that.
But I assure you that he is here. I dedicated this to him to more push boundaries of taste and cuisine, not to try some sort of trickery upon my patrons.
Yes, there's several much better ways to do that. But
Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Grim Smile.
Well, that's grim.
And there's a moment where he does smile to you, and you notice his mouth is. You understand now why the movement was so weird in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
His mouth is unusually large, like kind of like Joker level of stretching back on his face, kind of thing. But then he quickly returns to his reserved demeanor.
Well, if I don't think I have either, so Oliro opens his, makes sure to say I am Oliro, and that brainwave notes. There we go. That Quiet Breeze had been one of the first he had run into in this town, and so he is more trying to help her figure out what happened as a courtesy to her, as he is temporarily borrowing from her stock in order to expand his knowledge.
He kind of looks deciding. So, would I be correct in deducing, based on your earlier reactions, that it is in fact your book that she is borrowing that contains some possible new recipes?
Yes.
He gives you a smaller smile than the one when he was explaining his namesake. Do not worry. I am a professional, and culinary knowledge lost is lost everything. And in fact, if you would like, I may offer you a small treat from my own technique. I have just finished up a new dish, and I would invite you to sample it.
I would not turn down such a favor, and I hope you know I meant no offense with my warning.
None at all. One must look after his own interests, after all. So he kind of steps. He gestures towards a table for you to sit at, and he steps in back and pulls out it's like one of those small, like very fancy kind of parfait cups. There seems to be some sort of gelatinous liquid inside that is currently on fire.
Ooh!
As he sets it down on the table, one of his tendrils grabs a small lid thing, and he quickly douses out the flame. Behold. Fortunately, I am a quick innovator, so I am not partial to giving names, but this is today's special.
Alright. What is the proper way to eat them?
Yes, he gestures to a spoon, and it is kind of, basically, he explains that it is a type of gelatin.
Okay. Mostly he's experienced stuff like different kinds of sushi and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Very rarely, of course, but there's always different ways to eat different foods, so he's always kind of paranoid about that.
No, you actually have kind of given him a little you've impressed him a little bit in the fact that you are attentive to these kind of details. And he explains that it's a very straightforward dish, just simple spoon kind of serving kind of thing.
So, alright, I'll eat it.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, let me come up with a flavor here.
Okay. I thought that was going to be the signal for a scene transition, to be honest.
No. Well, we might do that, but let's scene transition, and that'll give me time to think.
Yeah. We first need to know how drunk you get.
Not at all.
Nah.
Nope.
I'm
a big dragon. It takes a lot to get me drunk.
Yeah. So we cut back to... let's cut back over to Odixio. You have read a couple of history books. Your brain feels embiggened.
Woohoo!
I just got the persona thing, like when you level up skill, like.
What have I learned of this town or whatever?
Well, there wasn't much about the town. She said she had a pre-war thing. If you asked her about it, she would be glad to answer some of it, but most of it's pretty straightforward stuff. It's just word place thing. The town, people came across the town, the bunker, they settled up because the city was largely intact. But, I'm having such a hard time with words tonight. And people just kind of started saying, and it was called bunker because of the most distinctive features, this strange bunker in the middle of town.
So people don't know why the bunker's here, or?
No. I'll admit, I have gotten more than my fair share of books here from people who have come here trying to delve into the mysteries of that bunker. Most people who do their experiment, who try to delve into secrets, are more peaceable than our latest visitors that try to do it by force, because most often, our town council tries to get some sort of trade in exchange for looking at the bunker. It does help keep the town afloat.
And it helps spread their infamy,
so you said that
other people can't figure out what's...
So certain people do know what's in the bunker.
No, actually,
So
no
it's
one's
like-
ever figured out what's in there. We just
Okay.
because so many people will try to look at it. We just made sure we try to make it so the town council decided it would be best to try to do it in such a way that the town itself could benefit from it.
So what you're saying is whoever opens the bunker shall be queen.
There is not a
No,
crown in
this
the
Steve,
bunker.
get out.
But yes, the other thing,
There isn't a super crown that'll make you. I mean, nothing. There isn't.
Nixio, you also notice the wind seems to be picking up that you're hearing. It's getting louder and louder.
Is there an open window in here?
Well, the door is slightly ajar. It doesn't seem to quite want to close properly right now.
A lot of wind's coming up.
What wind?
You don't hear it?
No.
It must be my imagination. I'm gonna go check the door out anyway.
Alright, yeah, the door, it's definitely it's practically repaired, and it does shut, but there's like some small gaps due to some improperly fitting materials that Marbleheart had to use during the repairs.
It's still usable and like open stuff.
Yeah. Open it.
So I'm like
the sound
checking
doesn't
out like
when you get outside, the sound
Hmm?
doesn't actually seem to change. It seems constant, even when you open and go out the door.
I'm not going out. It's just more like
I know, but I'm saying
opening,
sticking your head out versus indoors. You would think if it was actual wind blowing, it would change the volume at least a little bit, but it seems to not be affected by your actual geographical position. Quiet Breeze looks behind you. Is like, "Are you doing all right there, sir?"
I am all right. Thought I heard something.
Okay. Cut back over to Lounge Array.
Mm-hmm.
I go back in, so like look around, but yeah, go back to the Monday.
Yep.
To the loom to us to look. Okay.
So yeah, you see so I'm trying to remember where we left you guys off with.
Let's see. I was talking to
Taproot.
Mm-hmm. And people are being loud in the other room. All right. And we were talking about the glass. I was reading his mind. He wasn't lying about anything.
Yeah.
I was getting dirty thoughts.
You weren't getting dirty. Well, okay.
He was picking up dirty thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh my!
So he's just like, please. He kind of after a bit there's a bit of small talk there where we had cut away, and he gestures to one of the servers and says, "Can you watch the bar for a second here? I need to deal with an audition." The server rolls their eyes, but does as they're asked. And he steps down from his stool and says, "Please, follow me into the back room here."
All
What do you
right,
do?
but Queen Rose is not going to partake in the funny stuff. She is not that type of performer.
I'm sorry. You said you wanted to perform at my establishment. I need an audition to understand your quality and caliber.
Yes, I know. Just I'm trying to say this without going over the.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know that we're going to definitely be pushing that line a little more just due to the nature of post-apoc settings.
Get ready,
Baltimore.
children. Get ready, children. It's gonna
Sorry,
be
I didn't
quite
hear.
the show.
Carl, please. I'm trying to hear what Dustin's saying.
I was saying this isn't Baltimore.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's like, but you're still the mind reading going up, and you're still detecting that he's like he actually is trying to listen to your audition. Like he's not one to jump right to it. He is more than willing to try to romance someone first.
Mm-hmm.
But like most like right now, you're seeing him kind of you're getting thoughts of like more like it's hard. This is really hard to character to handle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, he sees it as an you're getting thoughts of it, an opportunity to get closer to that point, but not necessarily the end goal point.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of like, is there a lounge version of like I came in like a wrecking ball?
Do you just want to say you're doing a lounge version of I came in like a wrecking ball?
I'm thinking about it, and yeah.
Because like you could just say that's what you do.
I am like staring completely deadpan, just like I agree to this.
And it's not going to be on the loot.
Okay. Yeah, you even you do your performance. How long does detect thoughts last?
Detect thoughts. It lasts for up to 1 minute.
What?
Up to 1 minute.
Up to 1 minute. So yeah, that expired then.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot to do my thingy, my special music thing. Enthralling performance. Here we are. That's what I want to do.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah, they do not get an idea of whether or not they were charmed. So I'm just gonna roll just gonna roll a die.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's affected.
But he doesn't know I tried it, so.
Yeah, no, I mean he's definitely floored by your performance.
Mm-hmm. Just not the. He's just not going to be fully enchanted by me, as I was hoping.
Yeah, no.
Fully captivated.
Yeah, no, you're definitely getting a hoarse applause from that, though.
Okay. Darn, no mind slaves yet.
Oh.
So, what did you think?
Superb. I definitely think I definitely think you have a place here at the Lingerie.
Excellent. Queen Rose is quite happy with this deal.
Right as he says that, one of the server bursts into the room and says, "Boss, we finally got a hold of we finally found Gertrude. Sadie. I'm sorry. I'm bad at thinking pony names at the top of my head here. Sorry. Sable managed to find her, but she was tied up and gagged in her place, and not the usual way.
I was just thinking that, like.
You see him like fume, like a moment the kind of the charming demeanor slips for a bit, and he looks furious. And he comes, but it quickly returns. All right, I assume that someone untied her. I hope. And got her here. Tell her, and if she comes here, tell her she has the rest of the day off. She'll still get paid for this. This is obviously something beyond her. As the door shuts, Taproot turns to you, and suddenly the flirtatious nature seems to be replaced by a more business-like demeanor. You said you're looking for someone who left a glass in there with pink lipstick. Someone who I could not recognize but broke into the library. And now I'm discovering that one of my servers, people I look after, was left tied up in her own home by some creep. I think we both have a common interest in seeing this taken care of.
I do believe we do.
Like, you have a job here, that is for certain. And if you manage to bring this guy to any kind of justice, I'll more than make it a point for you. So,
Queen Rose shall gather her entourage.
Yep. And I'm just going to throw in one of these green circles. My assets. Just to throw that on the map.
Knight Marbleheart, we have a job.
I like that's you burst open the door and that's what you say coming out of it.
Yes.
All right. So yes, cutting back over to Illyro.
Ready?
The taste, the taste of it. There's at first it tastes sweet, but you keep getting kind of these switching between bitter and sweet moments, and just a hint of sourness to the dessert. So Grim Smile looks at you expectingly. So, how does it taste?
It is certainly unique in a positive way. Certainly not something can remember having, at least in a very long time. Soft yet not too liquidy. I don't want to say go on for like a minute, but
yeah, no, he gives a fairly in-depth. Noticeably, as you say that, as you more you describe how it tasted, you see some of Grim Smile's body language relax a little bit more. It's like he seems to be for some reason this seems to be a bit comforting kind of thing. So, or at least putting him at ease.
I just kind of got the worst thing in my mind, like the everlasting gobstoppers from like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Like combine that with Bertie Bott's every flavor beans.
So, okay.
So like it like changes flavors, and like every now and then you get like some like earwax, the worst ones.
Anyway, so
I don't know if you've actually ever had one of the little candies from the Harry Potter stuff, like.
Yeah.
The
Anyways,
ones that are worse.
after you finish describing it, kind of giving him your honest critique of the kind of thing, and he's like, "Okay. Oh, I wonder. I just remember there was something left here." And he goes in back and pulls out a kind of a more cheap napkin kind of thing, but there's some number, like what looks to be something similar to an address written on it. The gentleman left this here, the one that you were that I spoke of, that who found the food to be bland and tasteless.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll have to check that out.
And guess what? In a meta sense, it's the exact same address as the one that that Rose is heading towards.
Yes. Okay. I'll check it out. Sure.
All right. So this is kind of rewinding time here, but
By the way, I did find a wrecking ball in a lounge like setting.
Echo, as you are you're getting some chattering going on, suddenly you hear the door open and the room goes quiet. And you turn to look, and there is one of the most gaudy, like, overdressed, at least I imagine in your opinion, looking flutter ponies you have ever seen. It's probably also the only flutter pony you've ever seen, but still.
Yeah.
In terms of first impressions for a species, they're not making a good one for you.
No.
Interesting.
She kind of she comes in alone and sashays up to, because this is the kind of pony who does sashay.
Not many sachet anymore. Okay, she's got my attention.
Up to Old Salt, and she just sets down the butt of the cigar on him with the kind of gingerness one usually uses for infectious materials.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at Old Sea Salt and is like, "I believe this is one of yours." He looks down and is like, "Not mine." She sighs and is like, "I believe this is one of the ones that you have produced." He smiles a little bit at her, and he's like, "Yep." "So, can you tell me why this was in the library, in Quiet Breeze's library?" "Nope." "Are you sure you didn't see some miscreant with declaring their eternal hatred of books? Or announcing their plans to steal stuff? You know, something like that in your little den here?" Old Sea Salt kind of just gives her a glaring look, like, "I dare you to say one more word." And she looks at him, looks around, and notices all the eyes are on her at this moment, and many of the looks are mirroring Old Sea Salt's. It's like, fine. I'll see if that queen, or that plain queen, or that flirtatious Drakehoof have anything.
Flirtatious.
You took a book on pole dancing. It informs people's opinions. And great, that little Cloven ran off too. She pauses for a moment, looking over at Echo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I don't believe so.
Are you new in town?
Yes.
Would you happen to know a mechanical zebra, a cocky queen, a rather large dracehoof, and a gemnol?
They sound familiar.
You are one of... Because I remember, as I talked to some of the guards around here, and they said that a group of outsiders helped save our town.
Yeah.
And they said, and I met most of them earlier at the library, but one was missing from them, and I did not have a chance to express gratitude towards.
That would be me.
Oh, please. Let's see. Actually, I gotta change something here on the map. Please. I'm as someone who did such an important good for our town. I must give you some sort of reward.
I don't need a reward.
No, that's why they're rewards, because they're not needed. They're nice to have all the same.
If they were needed, it would be payment. Not that I'm there to snark that.
No. Old Salt says that, actually. Technically, if they were needed, they'd be payment. She just shoots him a death glare at that.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that she is not happy with this wolf.
Yeah, well, she seems to be a little prejudiced towards all predators, so, you know.
And queens.
Wrong kind of predator.
Or maybe the right kind of predator.
Anyways. Please, my dear. I have some small potions and elixirs that might be worth your while.
All right.
Wonderful. Especially since that Cloven that was following me left me here. He screamed and ran off.
Queen Rose would do the same.
Alright. And we're adding token layer. Flitterheart's Apothecary.
Woohoo!
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
So we're gonna fast forward a bit as you guys are, because this is happening in past, and I don't know, maybe she opens a portal or something. I don't care. Time is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Time is friendly.
That is true.
So, Rose, do you stop? The library is on your way. Do you stop by the library to update Quiet Breeze?
Let's see. That would be a wise thing to do. My wisdom modifier is 0. I will roll a d20. Boom.
Marbleheart, do you insist that you guys stop to inform?
Guys, where are you going? I can see you just fly past. Get back here.
I would take any advantage. Like, I have probably been sticking with, keeping an eye on our Miss Rose for quite some time. Good protectors, but I would be looking probably at any point, going like, yeah, oh no, nothing else to do. I'll be back, Queen Rose.
Yeah. I need help.
Yeah, so I'll definitely.
So wait, so what I was asking? So what are you guys doing as you leave the lingerie? Because right now Queen Rose is heading gung ho to the address.
Oh, I am totally following happily.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure if you were.
It is not a physical happiness, but a spiritual happiness. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm leaving this place. I should have, she was fine, and honestly, I probably I didn't need to be there.
Yes, so. Alright, so I just want to make sure you weren't trying to divert her to update stuff in the library, so I'm just being clear. Onyxio. The wind has turned to screaming.
Oh.
Okay, where this? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm grabbing my head. My hand.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm having a headache.
Do you need to lie down? I have some water here.
The voices in my head, they won't shut up.
Screaming at me. It wants me to do something.
Yeah, as you move around, you notice the volume does seem to be changing as you move around. As you stagger around the library, it's a small change, but it's noticeable. So this one, it seems like it's now geographically based. So
okay, so as I move around, where is it increase or seem to be closer?
Well, I guess the idea is: are you trying to find out where the scream is coming from, or are you trying to get away from the screaming?
Find out where it is.
Right,
its source, quote unquote.
The source of the okay. So it seems to be coming conveniently in the same spot everyone else is freaking going to.
Oh,
how convenient!
It'll make sense.
Suspiciously so.
I actually made sure to. Basically, I have
someone is calling.
Quiet Breeze just kind of looks around at the empty street and it is like, "Are you sure you're going to be all right? I would really feel bad if something bad happened to you if you were in some sort of state of being here."
It would be natural.
So is arsenic. Works. That doesn't mean it's good.
I never said it was good. I said it's natural. Doesn't mean it's good.
Okay.
I'll just deal with it either way. Now, if you excuse me, I must go. Someone is calling me.
She just kind of, as you leave the frame, and she just sits there, and she's like,
"What the?
I don't know what's going on. What happened to my life at this point? I really don't. Just wanted to open a library. That's all I wanted. Collect books. Books aren't crazy. Books are sane. They say one thing and that's it.
Books are safe.
Don't books technically say a lot of things?
But they don't
say the same things.
They don't change. So yes, as Team Rose and Team El Arrow kind of converge on the location. I'm going to need perception checks from Alero, Marble, and Rose.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Alero.
Oh, sorry, what roll?
Ooh.
What roll do I need to do?
Perception.
Yay! I finally get to use my perception, man.
Good
You
old
did
cleric.
Rip.
Ooh.
Thankfully for you, Rose's perception is enough to at least see Alero, who sees a robed figure dart into the alley as you are approaching the alley.
Immediately, I'm going to create a bullet.
You don't see this. You don't see anything. You don't even see Alero.
Oh. No. Action!
You rolled a 6. I'm sorry.
Ripping pepperoni.
Alero, what do you do?
I'm going to fly up and above the buildings because that's the best way to cut off alleys is to make sure you can see down into them.
Yeah. Well, you see him start cutting through some of the ruined buildings with intact second floors.
Okay. Can I attempt to figure out which one he might be trying to go into next and preemptively slam into the roof to make it collapse?
Sure. 1 second here, though. Rose, you just saw Alero suddenly look to the side and then launch off to the air. What do you do?
Alero must be the culprit. After him.
What?
You're running away from the crime scene. But yes, he's going to follow after.
Marble, you just heard Rose claim something about Alero and then started running off or flying off. I'm not sure. What do you do?
Marble?
Jane?
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Gotta remember to listen for your character
I
name.
that's Dustin. That's why I was like, wait a second. Sorry. I think I already kind of stated that. I am immediately following and I'm preparing.
Okay. Just want to clarify.
Well, as I do this.
All right. Yeah. So you give me just an intelligence check here. Maybe investigation if you're proficient in that.
I am proficient.
I was talking to Trevor's Alero.
Oh. I am not proficient in investigation. You said what else?
I was just saying, otherwise, just an intelligence check. So basically, investigation. It's the only thing I could think of that could be good for this predicting.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All right, yeah. So not only that, you kind of figure out, okay, you kind of get glimpses of the form kind of darting. And so you figure out, all right, here. And you slam down. So give me an athletics check.
Surely.
Advantage on this because you kind of figured out structural weak points because you rolled pretty good.
Okay. Go!
Ooh.
All right, so yeah.
I'll take it.
You feel the ceiling, the floor beneath you buckle and collapse down, and there is a cloud of dust start billowing out. You see this. Rose and Marbleheart see this as they approach. As the dust clears, you see an unconscious form lying on the ground. It is not moving.
Okay. Being a cleric of life, I'm immediately going to check to see if they are faking it or if they are actually badly injured.
Well, as you pull the robe that's wrapped around the form aside, you see that looks to be physiologically. It looks like to be what would be looking like a young colt, except everything about them looks extremely aged. Oh, and they're dead.
They are super dead.
From what sort of injury?
there is some superficial stuff that was from the ceiling collapse, but that does not seem to be for anything that would have been recent. That looks like that was done after the body was already in this state. Most likely is whatever reduced them to an ancient husk is also what killed them.
Necromancy! This is heresy!
As Rose and Marbleheart, Nixio, you also show up. You see everyone, basically the other two people in the party see this plume of dust shoot up as you're doing. Nixio, that definitely seems to correspond to your the Swords of the Screaming. And Echo sees the plume.
I get there.
Yeah, you guys are probably going to get there next week because I'm about to end on a cliffhanger.
Oh.
But as Rose and Marbleheart arrive, you hear a flutter of bat wings landing there. And pinning... Queen Rose, you get pinned against the wall. And she looks down at the body and looks up at you, and she's like, I knew you couldn't be trusted. As Dawn has arrived yet again to be a pain in the ass to you.
This is racial profiling.
I am the law. Anyways, no, she doesn't actually say that at this point, so we end with a da-na-na, da-na-na.
Da, 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 da.
All right.
Not fair. Queen Rose got here second. Alero's very much the murderer.
Yeah, but you also have to.
Yes, I know.
Alero's a cleric of life and the hearth, the hearth queen. You have much less defense. Alero has may have discovered the body, but it won't stick to Alero. It will stick to you.
Queen Rose is Queen Rose.
Especially since I'm pretty sure everyone within a half-mile radius heard his cry of heresy.
Yes.
I would have screamed it a lot louder, but I kind of have family over, so I can't.
Yeah. No. I understand. That's the case for a lot of us. And hey, quick shout out on the stream. We got a new sub on the stream. Thank you to Tev for subbing for us.
Yay!
As in subscriber,
Welcome
as in
to the party. Oh, Jesus, what was that?
Yeah, as in the YouTube subscribe on YouTube, not the sub as in giving us money on Twitch, because we don't qualify for that.
No, not yet.
So, because if we did, we wouldn't be on YouTube for at least not for streaming purposes. But anyways, so that's where we'll end it for this week.
All right.
And thank you all. So to those watching us in the past, present, and future, don't you dare say it, Dustin. Thank you for watching.